From tennis now, Tyler, let's go to the NBA.
Sure.
Who got us talking?
Surely, loads of games played overnight, early this morning actually. But we'll start with the game between LA Clippers and the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets lost that one by 102 to 119 to the Clippers, and JJ Redick scored 27 points, including 7 3-pointers. Chris Paul is still playing, still arguably one of the best point guards in the league. He had 16 points and 15 assists, 8 rebounds. That's too shy of a triple-double in that victory for the Los Angeles Clippers. In the game between the Rockets and the San Antonio Spurs, was a very, very close game. As you can see, it ended 100-102 in favor of the Spurs. Patty Mills, scored the three-pointer with 12.9 seconds left, to get that victory for San Antonio. The 76ers, the struggle continues for them. They lost against the New Orleans Pelicans, 108-93. Anthony Davis at 31 points and 16 rebounds is surely one of the star players of this season. Anthony Davis, one of the best centers in the league. I think no one is going to argue about that one. For the 76ers, I don't know if they can, It's not looking good for them this season, Cecilia. Not looking good.
It's all gone because you can't start like this and end well.
But it's been a similar story for the last couple of seasons. So what are they doing? What is the organization doing? What's the management doing
maybe when you don't really have the money to flex the muscles and get some big top players,
yeah, but then that's why.
It happens.
Yeah, what money do you need? That's why you have to draft. You've got that system where if you
what
don't.
if you're not lucky enough? Maybe your number one draft will just be the one that will play.
So they've not been picking right. Is that what you're saying? Because they've had opportunities to choose.
Yes, of course.
To choose the best talent available. In the last couple of years, but it doesn't seem to be working for them.
When you have those talents and they can't really blend into your system, what happens?
So there's something
those players
wrong.
are really not giving their best.
You need to let them blend.
So that's the thing. So it's going to take a while
it's a team sport, but my goodness.
And sometimes your coaching crew too, they can really look at the
Exactly. Yeah. So because our franchise right now is not looking good at all. We're still on the NBA. Yeah. Okay. The Lakers, they lost but no surprises there at all. Very bad run for them. They've lost a lot of games in a row now, so it's not good at all. For the game between the Grizzlies and the Cavaliers, Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron James scored 34 points in that game to lead the Cavs past the Milwaukee Bucks, 114-109. LeBron is now 8th, on the all-time scoring list.
7,442 points.
Wow, remarkable, and still has a few years left to play. And Shaquille O'Neal is the next guy for him to overtake now, and I don't see why not.
Yeah.
LeBron is well placed to overcome Shaquille O'Neal on the all-time scoring list in the NBA. And last but not the least, definitely is the Stephen Curry. Yeah, the Stephen Curry show. Got 25 points, 4 3-pointers. Kevin Durant at 22 points. The Golden State Warriors defeated the Utah Jazz 104-74.
Also had 7. So you see the double digits. Put it together, and it tells you that.
What about that scoreline? 104-74.
That's when you're playing Warriors and having the victory all. I wasn't even expecting a bigger one.
That's it.
But it's a 7th straight win over Jazz.
From the start of the game, you already know what's going to happen.
We all know exactly. It's a bit boring now because we know the outcome. It's inevitable most times involving the Warriors.
When you're having some key players actually sitting on the bench or injured, not playing, then you can look at the game and see what's going to happen in this game. When you have all of them on court,
especially when they're firing, on all cylinders. Yeah. So. Playoffs, that's what we're waiting for the Warriors, not the regular season.
So we know. We will know if what happened last season will repeat itself again. Okay, that's it for the NBA. Remember, this is the place to catch all the latest events that are happening from the NBA. Let's talk about Real Madrid and this reduced ban that they got. Tayo Cecilia. Well, justice because for a minute I was thinking, whatever the case may be that is making them reduce this ban. I hope the lessons are actually learned particularly from other teams that might want to go to that same, way.
Exactly. You're spot on, Austin. And lucky Real Madrid. You know, it was supposed to be a 2-window transfer ban. Now it's been reduced down to 1. And it's good for them. When they made this appeal initially, I didn't think they had any chances of actually totally overturning it. That's what they wanted, and that's why they went to CAS. But CAS, you know, having studied all the both sides of the story, they've decided that they've actually committed, you know, a breach of, you know, transfer regulations, and that's why they didn't totally overturn that ban. So 1-window ban for Real Madrid. It means they can't sign any player both nationally and internationally until they serve their time.
That's right. And I don't think that
this January transfer.
It's just one. That's it. So by next summer, expect the Galacticos.
They're coming back with a bang.
With a bang. I mean,
the best players out there start getting ready and going to the.
Florentino Perez, I'm sure, is already, you know, talking to his money guys now, already planning for the summer of 2017.
Oh, there are a lot of players out there. Come on, to bring to the banner, but you just need to let them know why they should sign you. You know, Lewandowski keeps scoring and see if he won't be there.
Exactly. So
when they start signing, but I think Real Madrid, they've done so well for their youth system. They can even go to the Team B, you know, pick a revelation.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of them this season already. Yeah, so it hasn't really affected them. I don't think it's going to affect them if they don't sign anyone in January. It's not going to be the end of the world.